Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I cannot believe this video has come around again so quickly. Every month it comes, I'm like, how is it already the end of the month? But today we are picking our TBR for June. Last month I just kind of decided to do some mood reading instead of picking a TBR with my TBR jar because there was a few anticipated releases that I wanted to read and stuff like that. I miss doing the TBR jar, so we are back with that for June. As you can see, I've added some more books to my TBR. We have a few new additions which I'm excited about. Let's just get on into picking the prompts, I suppose. I have added more prompts. I added them like last week or something because it was getting a bit low. I also do pick from my Kindle library because I have a lot of books on there as well, so we will just see what comes out of the jar. Okay, let's go with this one. What does that say? Oh, this is one of the new ones I put in, I think. A new author to you. Okay, that could be a lot of these. Emma Brodie is a new author to me and I could read Into the Blue. Taylor Jenkins Reid would be a new author to me as well. I've never read any of her books. So would Cara Bastone. And honestly, all of these last ones, I'm so unsure on what to pick here. Maybe we'll go with Promise Me Sunshine for this one. I do really want to get to this and I've seen such good things about this book, but just about Cara Bastone's writing in general, and I really want to get to one of hers. But I also would really like to read Into the Blue, and I don't know if another prompt's gonna come out for that one. Okay, I think I'm gonna go with Promise Me Sunshine for a new author to you. I'm really looking forward to reading a Cara Bastone and just see what everyone is talking about, I suppose. I'm excited about this, guys. I'm excited. That was a good start. That was a good start to the jar. I'm gonna show you first, but I don't know if it's gonna focus. Lowest rated on Goodreads. I'm gonna have a really quick look through my Goodreads, see which one's the lowest rated. That's definitely not gonna be Into the Blue though, and I'm kind of sad about that. The lowest rated book on my TBR is The Full Moon Coffee Shop, and this I picked, I think, for March's TBR as well, and I didn't get round to it. It's only a little short one, so I'm actually quite happy with this coming up again because I would like to read it. I remember hearing a bookseller talking about it to somebody in a bookshop I was in before I bought it, and they said it was basically like a hug in a book, just like an easy read as well, so I'm kind of looking forward to this. The Full Moon Coffee Shop is the lowest rated on Goodreads, and that is being added to our June TBR. I actually forgot to mention at the start of this that I am going to be picking 5 prompts out of the jar, but we will also have a book club pick for June to add to my TBR. I'm gonna have 6 books, just like to have a little bit of a variety to pick from, especially because I still am a mood reader. I just didn't mention that at the start of this video. On to the third prompt. I really hope I get one that Into the Blue could go with. I really do. Or like a Kindle read would be nice because I do have a few little trips and I would like to bring my Kindle. I don't really want to bring a physical copy, but we'll see. Okay, here we go. Read the first chapter of 3 books, pick 1. Okay, I'm gonna do this really quickly. Maybe I'll just read the first page of 3 books because I feel like reading the first chapter is gonna take a while. I'm gonna pick Into the Blue for this one. My friends, maybe Our Deadly Summer, because this is a new release and this is also an anticipated release for me. Let's read the first page of all of these and then I will report back. Even reading like the first little paragraph of My Friends, I'm kind of like, I want to read this. Okay, that's very interesting. Now for Into the Blue. Oh my god, okay, we have read the first couple of pages of each of these books and I want to read them all. I feel like this one is going to be more of an easier read, Our Deadly Summer, because this is from 2 Irish authors and they wrote my favourite book series, Ashing series. I've mentioned it before briefly. I feel like that would be an easier read than these two. So I'm like, maybe I should pick this one because I have the Carabas Stone, which is going to be a little bit more emotional. My friends stood out to me a little bit as well. I do think maybe I will pick Our Deadly Summer up after my current read because I still have a week left in May, so I'm thinking maybe to pick this up after that. Maybe I won't pick this one because I think I'm going to read it soon anyway, so maybe we'll put this one back. So now it's between Into the Blue and My Friends, and honestly I'm thinking My Friends. I really am thinking My Friends. I liked that little bit at the start. I'll just read it for you maybe. So it says, Louise is a teenager, the best kind of human. The evidence for this is very simple. Little children think teenagers are the best humans, and teenagers think teenagers are the best humans. The only people who don't think that teenagers are the best humans are adults, which is obviously because adults are the worst kind of human. I was drawn to that instantly, and I'm kind of like, I want to read a Frederick Backman again. I did really like this first chapter, but I feel like My Friends is definitely, I'm drawn to it a little bit more. So I'm gonna pick My Friends. Hey, let's pick My Friends. This might break me emotionally. I've seen so many good things about this again, and I love Frederick Backman's writing, and my friend rated this 5, even 6 stars at the start of this year. My Friends is the next pick on our TBR. Oh, this is a big one. This is a big one. I already saw that before you. A book that's been on your shelf the longest. The books that have been on my shelf the longest are these two. This is Bridgerton. This is Francesca's Story, which I need to get to because that is going to be the next season in Bridgerton, and Better Than the Movies by Lynn Painter, and this was also on my April TBR and I didn't get around to reading it. I'm not gonna lie, I was thinking of getting rid of this book because I just don't think I gravitate towards it at all, and I just don't think it's gonna be a bit of me because it's a YA and I haven't read YA in so long, so I'm kind of thinking of donating this book. So other than that, I'd have to pick the Bridgerton book, which I'm not mad at because I feel like Bridgerton gives this season and gives this time of year. But I am just going to really quickly look at my Kindle and just see what ones have been on there like a long time, because I'm like realizing I haven't picked any Kindle books. I have a good few that's been on here for a long time. The Life She Wants, The Missing Ones, they're kind of thriller, and I'm not really in the mood for a thriller recently. I really am not. Hello Beautiful, could go with that. Under Your Spell is another one. Metal Slinger, Listen for the Lie. They're probably the oldest on my TBR on my Kindle. Do I need a little bit of like a palette cleanser between like My Friends and Promise Me Sunshine? I feel like Bridgerton is not really a palette cleanser. It has been on my shelf the longest, so it would be the one I have to pick. Let's just go with this. I feel like I'd be in the mood to read this, maybe, but we'll see. We'll add it to the TBR. We are picking one more prompt out of the jar. Let's see what comes out of the jar next. I kind of want it to be like one of the new ones I added. I don't really fully remember what they were. A book with a great first sentence. Because I've read a few chapters of these, like, should I pick a different one? Because I already had one with like reading the books. I have never known, man. I know I just randomly picked this up because it's a short little one. Since I barely venture outside these days, I spend a lot of time in one of the armchairs rereading the books. It's not that great of a first sentence. Let's see, atmosphere. Joan Goodwin gets to the Johnson Space Center well before 9, and Houston is already airless and muggy. I wouldn't be like drawn into that as a first line. The body lay on the floor between them. Now that's kind of a good first sentence, I have to say. I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna cheat right now, and I'm gonna allow myself to do it because I read like the first few pages of 3 already. I'm gonna put this one back in the jar. We're gonna pick a different prompt for the 5th one because I feel like that's too similar to the one I just picked. Let's just pick another prompt. I'm cheating, but I make the rules. I make the rules, so I'm cheating. One more. Okay. Is that what I think it is? Is that what I think it is? Buy a book. Oh my god, buy a book? You don't have to tell me twice to buy a book. Are you kidding? That's so exciting. Oh my god, we're gonna have to look. What am I gonna buy? So I have a few that I would really like to get to. Remarkably Bright Creatures is definitely one that I would like to buy and read and have that physical copy, so that could be a shout. We could go with I can't even say it. Remarkably Bright Creatures. We could go with that. Also have seen so many good things about Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It, and that was on my May mood reading TBR, so I could buy that book. We also have Slanting Towards the Sea, which is one that I want to read during the summer. This is so fun. Let's see the vibe of the books I have, and then we'll pick for sure which one to buy. Contemporary romance. I don't actually know what you would class this as. Kind of just like a cozy palette cleanser. Not a lot to it, I wouldn't say, to this one. We've obviously got a Frederick Backman fiction book, which could be heartbreaking, and we've got historical fiction. What is Slanting Towards the Sea actually about? Let me have a look. Yvonne has returned to her childhood home to care for her father. While there, she reconnects with the man she divorced over 10 years ago and finds herself welcomed into his family life by him and his wife. Oh my god. When a new man enters Yvonne's life, the trio's carefully curated dynamic is distributed, forcing a reckoning for all involved. Interesting. I didn't think that would be that. But then Phoebe Berman could be a good shout. Could be like a nice, like funny palette cleanser type of story. But Hannah Bonham Young actually said this. A ridiculously charming debut filled with humour and sincerity. This one is for all us overthinkers and hopeless romantics. Readers will be rooting for Phoebe every step of the way. All Phoebe Berman has ever wanted is a whirlwind romance, and yet she keeps getting in her own way. She has no idea what has caused her long and messy history of failed dating attempts, the panic attacks, cold sweats and projectile vomiting. But she knows two things. She's going to be 30 in a month. She's still a virgin. This, though, she's determined to change. I feel like this one could be a good show. I think I'm going to buy Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It, and I think we're going to add that to our little stack here. I've heard that Promise Me Sunshine's quite like an emotional book, and the female main character is going through a lot. She has just lost her best friend, I think it literally says on the back here, and she's avoiding like her parents and the list of things she's supposed to be doing to enjoy life, and then she meets somebody. Oh, the only thing she can handle right now is babysitting a precocious 7-year-old, and if Lenny acts like she's fine, maybe no one will notice she's falling apart. The only issue, Ainsley's uncle Miles is always there and is kind of a huge jerk. That sounds like it will be emotional, of course, because she's going through grief and things like that. Then this one, Under a Glittering Full Moon, a coffee shop appears only where and when it's needed. It's run by talking cats serving delicious desserts and age-old astrological wisdom. This coffee shop attracts customers who have lost their way in life, from a failed video game developer to a romantically challenged TV director. In the middle of the night, the feline guides will set everyone on their destined paths. That sounds fun as well. Also, maybe it could be emotional, I don't know. And then, of course, My Friends. 25 years ago, a group of teenagers found solace in each other during one unforgettable summer. Their friendship inspired a transcendent work of art, a painting that now mysteriously belongs to 8-year-old aspiring artist Louisa. Driven to learn the story behind its creation, Louisa embarks on a journey to the seaside town where it all began. But as she gets closer to the painting's birthplace, Louisa learns that happy endings do not always take the form we expect. I know this is going to be an emotional read. Oh my god, Bridgerton, of course, is also emotional. Because, not to spoil anything, but if you have not watched the recent season, I'm going to spoil a little bit of it for you. If you don't want to see that, then skip. A moment so tremendous, so sharp and breathtaking, one knows one's life will never be the same. For Michael Sterling, London's most infamous bachelor, the moment came the first he laid eyes on Francesca Bridgerton. After a lifetime of chasing women, of smiling slyly as they chased him, of allowing himself to be caught but never permitting his heart to become engaged, he took one look at Francesca Bridgerton and fell so fast and hard in love, it was a wonder he managed to remain standing. Unfortunately for Michael, however, Francesca's surname was to remain Bridgerton for a mere 36 hours longer. The occasion of their meeting was lamentably a supper celebrating her intimate wedding to his cousin. So, as we know, she was married to John in the series, and John is in this book, and now Michael is Michaela in the series. Of course, this is going to be an emotional one because we know that John dies in the series, so this is also going to be emotional. So I think picking Phoebe Berman's Gonna Lose It is a very good choice for me, and I'm so happy I got to buy a book in this video. Like, that is my dream. I'm so happy with this stack, and it kind of looks very summery, which I love. I love the summer vibes we're getting from it, but I feel like this stack is also going to break my heart in ways I don't know of yet. I feel like it's going to be an emotional month. I love filming these videos. The TBR jar is the best thing that I ever did and ever made because it's so fun. Thank you so much for watching. If you would like to see maybe a reading vlog with these books in it, then it would mean a lot to me if you would stick around and subscribe, because I'll probably film a little reading vlog with these. Not sure what I'll do yet, but we'll see. Hopefully I'll see you very soon in my next video. Bye guys!